Hello, Todd Conitzer here with Infinity Roofing and Siding. I wanted to take a minute and address a couple of questions that we get a lot, and that the main question over and over and over again is are you local? It seems that everywhere you turn during a hailstorm, that's the first question everyone gets on TV. They start scaring people with, saying, make sure that contractor's local, make sure the contractor's local. The fact is that there's a lot of local contractors that aren't real great. They don't carry insurances, they don't do mechanics lien releases, they always ask for money up front. So I brought Mike Cannon, who is actually the sales manager for Infinity Roofing and Siding, and I thought he would be the best person to answer this question. So Mike, here's the question. Are you local? So what's a homeowner asking when they're asking that question?
They're asking if we're local.
Yes.
Local means a lot of different things.
Right.
Yes, we're local. We're local in multiple markets, and the reason we're local is because we have a presence there. We've been there.
Right.
We've got manufacturers, distributors, our insurance companies, everybody that has allowed us to be local in that market. Things like the Better Business Bureau, things like certifications such as our Platinum Preferred with Owens Corning and Master Elite statuses in a lot of markets with our GAF. Local means we're there, we're gonna be there, and we can take care of people after the issues have happened. There is local contractors, as we know, that'll go out and they'll take your money and they'll take 3 or 4 months to build the roof. They'll use your money to build my roof because their cash flow isn't right.
Right.
Our cash flow is what it should be in a roofing company, and the reason for that is we have huge supply lines through ABC Supply that have allowed us to build people's roofs, like your roof, my roof, and some of our viewers' roofs, without taking money down.
Right.
It's zero risk to them.
That's exactly true. Now, let's say that they decided they were going to use somebody like us. So the fact is what is it that they can expect if they're going to use Infinity Roofing when you're talking about that?
Well, they can expect us to finance your job all the way through until it's done, and you're happy with the work that's been done. If there's a small issue, we're going to fix it, and at that point, then you'd pay us. And I think one of the other most important things about payment here is that obviously we do the job, we come in, you pay us, we help from a roofing perspective or a general contractor perspective with the insurance billing. But what's most important is that after you have paid us, we're going to provide you with waivers of lien from our supplier, basically saying that the material's been paid for. Infinity paid ABC Supply, Infinity paid the Roof Depot or whoever it may be, or West End Lumber. And why that's so important is we were just sitting down in our office this morning talking with some of the ABC guys. They've actually seen local companies, what they call local, send a customer in because they had to put a lien on their house because the local guy couldn't afford to pay the material bill.
They basically did the job, they didn't pay the material, and they got done, and then they just kind of skipped, and then...
Just like a credit card. They put it on a credit card and they didn't pay their balance. So what we do is we come in, we finance the job, we take great care of the customer, and we don't take payment until the job's done. After we've taken final payment, we actually provide a waiver of lien by the time that the depreciation check or the final payment is coming, that we can even swap the homeowner with their written warranty to show them that the supplies have been paid, they're free and clear of any liens from the supplier and or us that have actually put the roof on. And that's what's so important, that so many people look right past, but it can happen to you, it can happen to anybody, so it's important to demand these things such as waivers of lien.
So it just gives them a huge peace of mind, especially when they're dealing with the contractors and a hailstorm related thing. Because you get a lot of people knocking on the doors promising all kinds of things, but the fact is Infinity really steps up and takes care of that.
Whether you're doing a roof job or whether you're getting a hot water heater, it's smart to make sure that hot water heater has bbeen paid for. And roof jobs are so expensive. They protect your investment. They protect your whole home or your whole building. You got to make sure that the material's been paid because you can't afford to take the risk. If the insurance company is covering your loss, you guys have paid insurance for years. It's your money and your insurance company's money. Spend it wisely. Don't allow somebody to come by that says they're local or not local and give them a payment up front and jeopardize your asset. That's what's most important here.
That's great. That's great tips. Is there anything else you'd like to add as far as what Infinity does or how they do it? You mentioned Better Business Bureau. You mentioned all these things. What are our credentials as far as that goes? So
with the Better Business Bureau, there's multiple ways to look into that. You see, we've got several different ways that we rate a company. A, B, C, A+.
Right.
But what matters here, as you look at the BBB reports and you see that a company may have had an inquiry or a complaint from an issue, what matters is the volume of work that they've done in those places. In places like Colorado, where we've roofed 10,000 plus homes, we've had minimal, less than this hand.
The fact is that when you have all those, somebody's going to be upset. So the question is how does that company react to if somebody is upset? And
we jump on it, we handle it, you know? And it's impossible to make, if you roof 5,000 people, to make all 5,000 happy, you know? But we try our hardest, we back it up, and all those complaints that a company may have, if they're not covered, meaning that we've agreed on the differences and settled, then there's another problem too, because there's other stories behind there. If a company's not willing to settle with those things, it's a big deal. But what's really important is the inquiry record. How many people have inquired about this company? How long have they been around? Well, you can find out how many people have inquired by just going on the website or calling the Better Business Bureau. And another big one too is the local suppliers. Everybody has an ABC in their backyard, which is our #1 wholesaler. Call them, ask them if they've heard of us. If they haven't heard of us, something's wrong. If they have, they're a huge company.
And that comes back to that local thing. If they're just little Bob in a truck, and ABC doesn't really know, or they went to Home Depot to get materials or supplies to do the roof, you know, you do have some questions. So the whole local thing drives me nuts sometimes, because you want a reputable company to stand behind their house and their investment.
100%. And the local thing drives a lot of us nuts, because I don't know that there's a definition for it. But I think local means make an educated decision on getting the work done. Educated means the insurance, the references. Pick a salesman that you enjoy working with too. I think that's
It's
really
just
important.
not Infinity. There's a lot of great companies. Just make sure that you're doing your homework.
Absolutely. There's a lot of great companies. Interview a few people. Make sure they have these credentials. Make sure they have the workman's comp insurance. And you know, you can't go wrong if you have all those ducks in a row.
And they're not paying everything up front as far as their deductibles go.
You shouldn't have to pay anybody up front, and it's just practically unheard of to use a local reputable contractor.
All right, thanks so much, Mike, and I hope that really helped everybody that's watched this video. It's a great educational tool to know what to look for, and we hope that Infinity Roofing is actually going to be the contractor that you choose in a lot of your projects.
InfinityRoofer.com. We'd love to earn your business. Thank you, Todd.
Hey, no, that was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.